Okay. Yeah, our friend is SonarQube. Uh, I named this our dependable quality gatekeeper. As we know, in ISO there is quality checker or quality tester, our friend QA. But this one is more something that we, as engineer, firstly know as engineer before we make a friend with QA team. We usually work on this one. We need this one as an engineer, especially as an engineer. Yeah, that's a SonarQube. Wait a second. I keep it the tempo is slow because the slide is just too compact. Yeah. Yeah. To put it on disclaimer, what would be presented here are based on personal observations, learning, and opinion. I hope that in the end of this session that we could share anything that you know about these ones to share with the others as well. Okay, let me continue first on my versions. Here are the lists that I would to break down what would be happen here. Some lists. The first one would be the introductions. And then we go with a breakdown of these SonarQube features. And then the advantage of using it from the perspective of management maybe, or more or general, not in the technical. Also, there will be a slide of a little bit of demo in the end, and Q&A, of course. Okay. I have a question. Let's make this more interactive, yeah. When you go out, what is the thing that you always bring with you that you will not forget this one? Anyone?
Handphone.
I cannot hear you.
Handphone.
Handphone. Yeah. Oh, Bluebird app. No, not Bluebird app actually. You're correct. So a smartphone. If you haven't installed the Bluebird, you please install. You can use that in Jakarta as well. I'm not being endorsed by Bluebird here, but this is a good app. One of the achievement that we're proud of in ISOS. Yeah, back again. SonarQube is like from that the previous analogy that like a smartphone. SonarQube is one of the must-have tools that install, especially in your local when you're working on projects on code, any language. It already support, I believe, it already support almost all of the programming language. It functions as a static analysis tools that provides proven quality models. Static here, please highlight this word. It's just help you with static analysis. Don't expect it to tell you that this there is a memory leak on this code. You will not happen until you run it or in your runtime. It's more like a static analysis, not something that could analyze when it's running. So it's just a static analysis, mean that using the words of the code character by character. There is proven quality models that's already defined in the SonarQube, and you have an option as well to define your quality model to check based on that quality rules or models. Okay. Okay. yeah, it provides a free versions as well as the enterprise editions. I'll demo it later using the community version, which is the free one. And what I believe what ISO's using right now is the enterprise editions. It has a lot of features there. You could install it, and the setup is pretty easy. It's already supported for almost 24, even more programming language, including everything that we have in ISOs: Golang, Kotlin, Java, Python, Swift, or Android as well, the Java or Kotlin. It's also supported custom quality gates or rules. This is what, like I mentioned before, you can define your own rules. And so the thing is also that it's already provides checking on based on the OWASP top 10 issues. And CWE, I forget the name. It's something that community something. It's something like OWASP, but defined by the community. Okay, here is how it looks. It's this figure taken from the website of the SonarQube. It will tell you about the bugs produced, vulnerabilities, or the hotspots, the code smells, and the depth. And this will be divided into three categories about the reliability, security, and maintainability. The left one is the example of how it checks, how it analyzes your code line by line. Like for this one, the example that it says that there is a null pointer here because some class or some object is nullable there. This is also, I would name it as a teammate for code quality and code security. When you have an issue with your QA team, you can be friend with SonarQube. Just kidding. We always need the QA team. Okay, let's get into about the features about the SonarQube. SonarQube introduced its quality model. There are three pillars of SonarQube quality models. Here is some, I would like to describe it using this analogy. Let's imagine that you have this home. This is a home, right? A house. And there is a gate in front of the house. It's clearly like, you can see it's in front of the house, yeah. And then you have to protect your house from anything that pass through this gate. Just want to check, am I still presenting here? You guys can hear me? Is it good? Okay. Okay, this gate will prevent anything that goes through it and before any danger to your house in here. This gate built using three pillars: the reliability, some typo there, vulnerability, and also maintainability. Reliability, for instance, considered as a bug, vulnerability as a security issues, and maintainability, for instance, code smell. Okay, there is a bug here. This is also the friend of the engineer, developer as well. There should be a bug in your code. You don't have to deny on that. You have to accept that until someone will tell you that, yeah, you have a bug. And this bug will go past through this gate. And this bug actually is your new code. And what's behind that gate is your old code that already tested, proven. You don't want let this bug, not the bug, I would say that it's a new code to pass through without further validations or checking on this one. So that's why you have to implement this gate. This gate plus key ATM is a strong gate, I assume, in development process. Your code could be, as you can see, there is a bug colored in green, blue, and red, and even yellow there. Let's say that green one is the one that's considered as accepted or not an issue. Blue one unknown, and then the red one is already defined, already detected as an issue. It could be a bug or security issue. And there is a yellow one that sometimes people try to ignore these ones. It's also could be considered as a code smell or code duplications. It will not tell your quality pass or not pass based on this one, but as we know, the code will still smelly. It will not be look good. It will not be, in the end, it will not be easy to maintain, but it's still working. So that's why the SonarQube and the people that see it will just let it pass. Consider that's okay to let it pass right now, for now. But there is still bug coming. Yeah, this is a quality gates. Here is another analogy. As you can see on the left figure there, there is a couple of bricks. It's put it like, let's say you want to build a house. You will collecting a brick like that, but there is a triangle brick that you put it like that into your these compositions. If you keep it, stack it into this one, it will be still, you can build a house with this one actually, but there is an issue. The pillar or the wall will just not really strong, I believe, because you have triangle bricks on that one. So what is this triangle bricks is I name it as a code smell. People tends to ignore this one, code smell, or anything that belongs to maintainability, code smell, duplications, code duplications. I mean, people tends to ignore this one, but if you keep stack it on top of it, keep it, build something on top of this, in the end, it will break changes. Cool animations. I learned a lot to make animation in this one. Yeah, back again. It will happen when you cannot handle the issue anymore because just small things that being ignored in the beginning. So I really encourage the people to really look into the code smell section here and also the code duplications. The purpose is to make it more easy to maintain. So please take care of this as well. The quality gates actually just based on these two actually pass or fail from red switch to green. This is something that you will expect. When it goes red, then it says then you have to stop. Like when you in the traffic light, right? When you see I don't know, this is typical of Indonesian people. When you see a red, yeah, you have to stop, immediate stop. But when you see yellow, you can still pass through it, but you have to be careful. But when you see green, then you can just pass it through. I don't include yellow here because yellow could be represented by the maintainability issue, like I mentioned before. Here is the type of the gates, also the custom, the rules that you can have in here. Not the rules, I mean the quality gates. You could check this matrix, the coverage, the duplicated lines, the rating. It could be percentage value or the exact value. I will display later in the demo actually. Yeah, I have this another analogy in here. As you can see, I know everyone knows about this game, right? It's a Pac-Man. It's a Pac-Man. The analogy in here is that actually I forgot the analogy. Wait a second. Let me think. Yeah, as you know, as you can see, there is a two gatekeeper that prevent you to go finish, to prevent this yellow one finish their jobs, right? That to eating all of everything in that one. So this gates preventing that to keep going, right? So this is how the Sonar Cube works. When your code it keeps added on, or in this one keeps eating this one, in the end it will just make you stop as a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper will be confused there, searching on this one. But Sonar Cube is like that. It will just tell you about the issue, but you are the one that will manage, or you are the one that will decide whether this issue is accepted or need immediate actions to fix, or you can just decide as accepted, or you will just ignore it. So that's the analogy of this Pac-Man game of the Sonar Cube. Here is more on the technical side, how the system work of the Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube already pretty mature. It's already have support integration for all of the CI/CD out there, GitHub, Jenkins, Bitbucket. When you create the projects, you will be asked this one also in the beginning. There will be as you can see on the left side, there will be a scanner. This is something that you need in your local systems, or where you build the code, and the report will be sent through the network, and then this server, your Sonar Cube server, you could host it anywhere. There is also Sonar Cloud, I believe they provide it. It will store there and do quality checking, static analysis checks based on the rules that you define. And by default for database server, if you install it in your local or anywhere, it has embedded database. I forgot the name, but you also have an option to host that external database from the Sonar Cube. Yeah, you want to store in Postgres or any database that supported. And there is also it also could be implemented in your pipeline of your code. When you commit things before the commits, or once it merged, you can put an action into that and let the Sonar Cubes be in the middle of the process. It will be your gatekeeper to check whether it passed the quality or not. And there is also a callback or webhook that you could install on this one. You could have some notification sent to you through your email, or it's already supported a lot of plugins also to be the webhook of updating the issues, updating the status of the new push of this code that go to the Sonar Cube. Here is the example when you want to create a new project. It will ask you where is the code belonged when you store it, where you store it. You could choose later manually. And then you will define the name of it. the project's name and the project key. And here is the, like I mentioned, there is a supported CI in this one, like Jenkins with bucket pipelines and the other CI. Let's say this is the sample that I added into the project. Then you will get this token. You have to store this token for this project. You will need it later for your Sonar scanner in your local before you push it or anywhere that you build the code. And you will define type of the code. Is it built as a Golang build, or you can use a Maven or Gradle builder. It is the sample of the command line to execute the Sonar scanner. It will check, it will collecting your reports and then sends to your Sonar server, SonarQube server, and then it will check on that one. It will tell you later that is it passed or failed based on the quality gates, quality rules. It is something that you may found in your code or in any project's code. There should be something like this. This could be also added in the CI later in the pipelines. Here is how you run it. This is more on technical. It will tell you when you finish to run, it will say that the execution success. You will expect the issue will be, the new status will be updated in the SonarQube server, like this one. As you can see, this is the community version, by the way. If you have like enterprise edition, you will sum a lot of this one. Oh, I forgot to mention vulnerability and security hotspots. I don't find this one actually in the enterprise edition, maybe because of the version that used by ISOs. This is the latest version that I use. Right now it's separated the security and also security review. What does it mean? It means that as its name, for the security review or security hotspots, the user that or the admin that have the access to this one, when you get an issue reported, security that goes to the security hotspots, you have to manually decide whether is it really a security issue or not. But when it goes to vulnerabilities, it will really tells you that this is a real security issue. It doesn't even need your permissions or decision to decide. That's how it's differentiated if you find it later in your projects. As you can see, there is also the code smell. This is something that I says that usually left aside, but yeah, this is something that you have to take care as well. This is a good achievement actually. I would say from my previous team, Ferdi, Richard, Andri, thanks for making this coverage higher. I believe this is one of the achievement in ISOs compared to other projects. we achieve finally we could achieve like 35 unit test coverage in this one, even though you could still see the code smell quite a lot there. It will tells you that how many days to fix this one, like this one, 3 days to fix all of this. So it's pretty good. Okay, we close to the end. The advantage of the SonarQube from the developer perspective, for sure that you could maintain the code quality and the security, learn standard quality rules for the code. I mean by that is you could learn from this platform as well, from these tools as well, because it has, I will show it later, it has defined common issues or common quality rules that you have to fulfill in your code. So it will help you to write a good code at the same times that already fulfill these quality rules. It's provided for almost every programming language in the SonarQube. You could also do clean code based on this one. It will help you for sure, and minimize bugs produced. Back again, I would say again that SonarQube is static analysis. It will not tell you that any issue that happened in the production. It could be something with the resource of the server or crash that happens caused by the runtime error that cannot be detected in the static analysis. And it could also help developer to propose to PM or management to do refactoring, fixing bugs, enhancements over the feature development. Like I mentioned that you could propose something like, we have a lot of code smell, we have a lot of depth in our SonarQube that our SonarQube tell us. So you could propose this to be executed, to be done first before the any feature development. But back again, in ISOs, yeah, everything depends on the client, yeah. So I believe this is what you propose will not be billable. It could be billable, yeah. It's worth to be proposed. Yeah, you could try that. And have a nice weekend. What I mean by this one, that sometimes issue happen in the weekend, like what we have in our previous projects. So this will help you to sleep well as well, to have a nice weekend. And for the PM perspective or management, you could the PM or management could get the report of the code quality and security as soon as possible. It means that you could see, you can open the dashboard of the SonarQube that goes to the specific project that you want and see the dashboard report of it. You could also extract you could also utilize the feature of webhooks, create another server to accept any updated issue and updated status, and then put it in ISO's internal dashboard. We could, that's worth to try, could be developed later. And could be also one of the reference to allow the production release to decide whether the code could be released or not. And also could be one of the metrics share and be proud of to the client, like we could we usually do. We could say that we have the A rating for the security, so you don't have to worry about that. And also the risk tackled before production release. I mean by this one is technical risk. But back again, it's just SonarQube is just a static analysis. The issue may happen later in the production due to the runtime error. It could be also as an input to define the priority of the project. Like I said, there is it tells you that there is a depth of the technicals. You could prioritize whether to fix that first or to continue with the development features. And speaks the same language with the developer. I mean by that the language here, I mean that we could see the dashboard. It tells us the rating of the specific category of the quality gates. We are now could be the developer could easily propose the refactoring if they use the SonarQube as their baselines, because there is a rating there, there is a number there. You could just use that, propose that to the management, and the management will understand that pretty easily because they have the access to the dashboard as well. And then the management could have a nice weekend as well. They don't have to manage resources in the weekend. But having a issue in the weekend, you will get you will get also a lot from ISOs. You learn things. You paid also for weekend effort. Okay, let's go to demo. This one. Actually, this is something that's running in my local. I already run it. It's usually to open the port 900, 1000, I mean. Here is the project. I already push the code. As you can see in here. Here is the report. Like I said, this is the dashboard, and you could see that it's green, it's passed, but still there is a code smell. There's duplications, but it's still considered as a pass. And for the reliability, there is one issue in here, but the rating is C, but it says in the end, it will still say that it is pass. This is because of the quality gaps that you define, whether you accept C greater than C or not, or lower than C if you consider it as a pass or failed. Okay, let's try to push a new code here. Like, let's see, if you want to know or learn, like I said, that SonarQube, you could use that to learn things, especially the best practice in your code. You could go in this one if you have the access. The rules, specific language, go. Let's go. Let's go to the security hotspot. Right now, for vulnerability, it says 0. There is no rules defined. Here's the common one. It's already categorized as OWASP top 10 as well. Here, hard-coded credentials are security sensitive. This is pretty good document that you could learn from this one as an engineer, as other engineer as well could learn from this one as well. And also it could give you the solutions, not only tells you about the problem, but also give you a solution. Here is the example. You cannot do this, but it encourages you to use something like this. This is part of these issues listed in the OWASP, MITRE, CWE. So this is a valid one. But back again, they categorize as a security hotspot, means that in the end you have the responsibility to whether you want to accept it as a security, means that it's a real issue, or you will just ignore it or reject that as an issue. That's how it works.